That's what I meant to do the first time. Let's go! Sorry for the jump scare last time. Maybe I need to turn this. What is up? Sorry for the jump scare. I obviously was trying to hype the boys up, but then after I did it, I realized I meant to yell further away from the microphone, which I did not. Sorry, checking the levels. I yelled straight into it, so sorry for that. But what is up? Tonight is a hype night. Some blood will be shed for sure. Doing a gameplay, as the title says. I'm pumped for it. Hope you guys are too. Appreciate you guys hanging out, trying to bring the hype. What is up? Let me make sure the highlight thing is working real quick, and I'll say what's up to you guys. There we go. Appreciate you guys being here. Who can tell that I've had a lot of caffeine to start the night? What's up, Boom Boy? Good to see you early, dropping the bodle emojis. Reese, good to see you as always. Andrew Baker, as always, my mod. Tyler, sorry for the jump scare. Lewis, good to see you, dude. Will, Andrew, Grace, Freezing Acorn, Aaron, Mammer, Saratobi, good to see you again. Austin, glad you're able to make the stream, dude. Appreciate it. And A. Pogace, good to see you, dude. Yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. Tonight should be a lot of fun. Pretty hype night, obviously. Or at least I'm trying to make it seem that way. Let me get some background music and we'll get started. Cool. Bake, as always, be my ears and let me know how music is, but should be a pretty decent level. Thank you for the complimenting my jump scare. Was not intentional. I promise I won't do it again, or at least I'll try. But cool. So the agenda for tonight is as follows. Real quick, Parsa, I don't know how you say your last name, says, found your channel last night. Couldn't believe there's still a chaotic community alive. Made me feel like a kid again. I appreciate that, man. And you saying that actually kind of reminds me of something that I've been meaning to bring up for a while, which is that I know not everyone is still as actively hardcore into chaotic as myself and a lot of us watching. But that is one of the most intriguing comments I feel like I get every now and again, which is someone saying like, I really love chaotic and I just now found your channel, which is interesting because like I always missed chaotic and was always looking up on YouTube or social media, like what content existed, because that's the stuff I wanted to watch. But I find it interesting that there's some people out there who still love chaotic, but either haven't looked it up on social media a lot on YouTube or just haven't found my channel. And I by no means am saying like it's a guarantee you'll find my channel, but I do find that interesting that I still get comments from people saying like I'm a diehard chaotic fan and just today I found your channel. It seems that's always a surprising comment that I get, but I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but yeah, never gave up on it. All right, so the agenda for tonight is got a little interesting trading card news, something I'm really excited to talk to you about regarding some chaotic stuff and then some other non-chaotic stuff that has a lot of people talking, and I'm excited to talk about it. Then we're going to do the gameplay, which is a part of our series. I'll kind of bring you guys back up to speed on that once we get to it. And then, as always, at the end of every stream, I'm going to open at least one booster pack. So I'm going to rip that pack tonight at the end of stream, and that'll be fun. What's up, Vampire Gaming? Good to see you. Will, I appreciate that. That's kind, but I would never publicly say that. But yeah, hope you guys are having a good week. Been having a decent week. All things considered, I can't complain, but I just this week had confirmed that I don't want to say who yet or what. I don't want to give details quite yet, but basically someone lost a package in transit full of extremely valuable chaotic cards of mine, and it's just been confirmed that the package is gone for good, like no hope of finding it, which really sucks. However, there's still some hope that I can get some compensation for that. Dude, long story short, it's been like a customer service nightmare. I'm sure you guys deal with that from time to time. Like, it's one of those things where I don't want to let it affect like my mental state, right? Like, it's like, sure, this is kind of frustrating, but there's some things you can control, some things you can't, and you gotta just let it go. And I try to let it go, and then sure enough, like a minute later, I'm just kind of like just getting heated over it for no reason. So it's been a little frustrating, but as soon as the manner's kind of resolved, I'll let you guys know the full details, because man, it's been rough. But hopefully, like I said, I have some resources in place that I'll be compensated for it. But it's very tragic that some cards were lost forever, so we'll see. Someone lost Red Stroskin. I wish I had a Droskin. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. So the trading card news, just jump straight into it. Give me 1 second. Let me turn this down. I feel like I need a better system. I'm always monitoring so many stuff. Yes, Will, it was quite heartbreaking. I really don't have much to complain about. Like I'm very fortunate to own any trading cards worth anything. So in the grand scheme of things, I'm not throwing a pity party over it for sure. But dealing with difficult customer service interactions, I don't care who you are, that's always gonna get under your skin, right? Like it's just like, just help me out for once, you know? Don't make this harder than it has to be, but it's all good. 32 watching, that's awesome. What's up, everyone? I'm always thankful whoever's here, but yeah, I'm glad tonight's a bigger night. I know that lots of Chaotic fans obviously love gameplay, so for those that are just joining, we'll get to the gameplay around the second half of stream. Just going to talk about some TCG news up front, and then we'll jump right into it. But yeah, let me remove this. 1 sec. Little shameless self-plug. Part of the reason I don't have anything to complain about is just want to plug my eBay. For those of you that are looking for high-end Chaotic cards, I have a lot of stuff on here. Mainly, I have this auction for a max energy call that ends on Monday. I think I'm probably going to run at least one auction a week on my eBay. Again, typically higher-end stuff. And I'll typically run those on Monday. So if you're looking for a certain card, I would recommend just checking out my eBay every Monday, because like I said, I'll be posting auctions there. So a little shameless self promo. Now a little Chaotic trading card news. I know we've been talking about Yu-Gi-Oh auctions recently, but this is a very interesting auction that's been going on. So this is a Ripple Foil first edition KOR with 4 max stats. If you have no idea what I just said, I'll briefly explain. KOR is I would say one of the 2 main characters in Chaotic. We kind of have 2 main mascots, being Maxor and KOR. This is the first edition print of Maxor, and this wavy foiling, we call it Ripple Foil. This is the indication of this being the first printing of first edition. So typically holds a lot of extra value for collectors. Oops. And the stats on Chaotic cards, as you see, vary. They have a minimum and maximum range, and this has all 4 stats maxed out. The only one that isn't maxed out is speed. I think it's minimum speed. So this card popped up, and it wasn't labeled as a Ripple Foil, and it didn't have these 2 photos in the listing originally. And when I first saw it, I thought, I believe that's a Ripple Foil. I can kind of just tell by this point in my collecting, experience, that something about it appeared like it wasn't reflecting as much light as you would expect, and almost like a bluish hue. If you look at the white flames, something about it just is slightly blue. So those things kind of add up to make it, in my mind, I think this is possibly a Ripple Foil with max energy, and that's all I thought of it. But then the auction shot up to $820, and there's still 1 day and 5 hours left on this card. So I was like, why is this going so high? And I looked up the stats and I realized it's a 4 max. So people definitely pay a premium for max stats. And with this being kind of like one of the most iconic cards in all of Chaotic, this is possibly the highest stat copy I've ever seen of a Ripple Foil KOR. So while 820 is a little higher than I expected, I'm not completely shocked by it, but it will be very interesting. We'll come back to this next week and see what it sold for. My personal guess is if it's already at 820, I would not be surprised if it hits 1,000, but I would not expect it to go much further than 1,000. But that's just me speculating. You know, if 2 people really want this card and they get in a bidding war, who knows what it could go for. So crazy. Reese says that card costs more than my rent. Yeah, it's crazy the value that some people put down, but again, with this being such an iconic card, I kind of get it. So next, kind of one of the main things I want to talk about tonight, I haven't talked about it yet, something that has the trading card world kind of buzzing for the past year or so is Disney's Lorcana. So you may have heard of it. It's Disney's trading card game that has been in development for a while now and is released this year in the fall. And the reason that kind of has so many people buzzing is because obviously the trading card sort of hobby as a whole has grown a lot within the past few years. And with Disney being such a huge franchise, this trading card game will feature characters from all across every Disney franchise. While they've only sort of advertised stuff from the animated movies, it has been confirmed that they will, in about a year or so, be introducing Star Wars and Marvel characters as well, because they obviously own the rights to those. So definitely has a lot of people buzzing. Also because just the nature of trading cards these days, you have a lot of people investing in them and trying to stonk out on them. So there's a lot of people trying to get an allocation of lots of products to, you know, try to get in at the ground floor and get the first edition, the first set packs, and invest in this. So again, has a lot of buzz for sure. And then I think on their homepage, they have like an example card you can see. Yeah. So pretty cool looking. And again, it's been under development for a while. Funny enough, I talked to someone at Ravensburger, which is the company that Disney has given the rights to create this. So Ravensburger typically is like, they make like puzzles and stuff like that, but this is a little outside of what they normally do. I was able to talk to someone at like I don't know what you'd call it, trade show sort of thing, for my work, who works at Ravensburger. And I was asking him a million questions about this. And he's the one that confirmed for me that down the road, Star Wars and Marvel cards will be released. But he has said that they have invested millions into the development of this, even just the gameplay and testing. So, very interesting that clearly they are trying not to just rush out some collectible nonsense, but they're actually trying to create a playable TCG that will have a base of collectors and players. Whether or not that will be a success, we'll see. But before I kind of give my full take on it and what I really think might happen with it, I wanted to sort of jump into something even more recent, which is this guy. His name is It's Jeff Wilson, giving his take on it. I actually saw this from another creator, Opossum Bud. He was just like roasting him for these videos. So if you don't know Opossum Bud, he is in the Pokemon community. I recommend checking him out. Lots of really great videos. But regardless, I will just show you this video as well as one other from this guy Jeff Wilson's Instagram, and then I'll give you guys my take on it, because it's interesting to say the least. So This guy, Jeff Wilson, mainly collects sports cards. You may have seen him before. I don't follow him, but I've seen stuff from him. But yeah, I'll shut up and let you guys see the video.
Sorry, Charizard. Send my apologies to Pikachu, because I'm calling it now. If Disney applies their full weight to the upcoming release of their new trading card game, Lorcana, they will overtake Pokemon in the US and become the most popular trading card game and possibly the most popular type of trading cards overall. Yes, I know there are millions of die-hard Pokemon collectors and game players, and I am fully aware of the global strength of the Pokemon brand. But let's be honest, isn't our relationship with Pokemon here in the US a little strange? We don't really know the characters. There aren't blockbuster Pokemon movies on the screen most years, nor is there a Pokemon theme park to enjoy. The quality and variety of Pokemon shows, video games, and merchandise is often lacking. Now, in Japan, it's a totally different story, but here in the US, Pokemon fans have a pretty limited number of ways to really enjoy the brand. Now compare that to Disney.
So there's that. And before I give my take on that, he has another video I will show you guys. This is in response. After he made that first video, he got lots of comments you could probably read, and then he gives this video.
Some of the Pokemon collectors in my comments have lost their damn minds. You really believe that Pokemon characters are better known than Disney characters? Really? Pokemon has Pikachu and Charizard, but then what? You're seriously telling me that Diglett is better known than Donald Duck, Darth Vader, and Dumbo? And that Charmander is better known than Captain Hook, Captain America, and Cinderella? Really? Look, guys, I'm not hating on Pokemon. I own Pokemon cards. I like Pokemon. But get out of here with your ridiculousness.
All right, so if you want the take of someone who is like in the Pokemon community, like pretty diehard, again, I can't recommend this guy's channel enough. But my personal take as someone who enjoys sort of, I watch a lot of content, especially around Pokemon content. So I have a decent, check on the pulse of the community. I don't collect a ton, but I track it a good bit. I find it interesting. So this guy obviously has a pretty heavy slant towards his view on what's going to happen. He thinks that Lorcana is going to come out, and not only will it be successful, but it will overtake Pokemon. And at the moment, I think you can pretty safely say Pokemon is the #1 trading card game, followed by Magic the Gathering. And then obviously there are several other strong TCGs out there, being Yu-Gi-Oh!, was it like Dragon Ball Super, Flesh and Blood, MetaZoo, holds its own. So I'm sure I'm leaving out a million things, but this guy is thinking that not only will Lorcana come into the market, but it will thrive and beat out everyone. And he's specifically taking a shot at Pokemon. Now, I think that a lot of his claims are pretty stupid, to be straightforward, to say that, Pokemon doesn't have the sort of reach and recognizability as much as Disney. Sure, Disney is no small franchise, especially across all the different, brands they own. But Pokemon is the most profitable franchise in the world, and they beat Disney by billions. I don't know the exact number. I want to say 20 billion, but don't quote me on that because I don't remember. But they pretty handily are the #1 franchise in the world. Not only, and it's not just their trading cards, even though that's a huge portion of it, which, is worth noting. But Pokemon, as you guys know, since the 90s has sold all kinds of merchandise and worked its way into pop culture in a way that is not going anywhere anytime soon. Now, I'm not saying that it's unbeatable. Like it's not that it will always be the number one trading card game, but the claims and the argument that this guy is making as far as why he thinks it will not be the number one trading card game in the near future is a little ridiculous. And I think that at best, he's probably just stirring the pot, trying to just create some drama to get attention, which I'm giving him clearly. But, you know, he could also really just be misinformed and not understand how passionate not only the Pokemon community is, but how widespread Pokemon is. Like, it's not just that people just know like Pikachu and Charizard, like he's saying. Like, there are lots of people who can name you close to all the Pokemon in the Kanto region, like the first games. You know, I could go ask my dad right now, who does not collect trading cards, and he can probably name me 20 Pokemon. So could my dad name me 20 Disney characters? Yeah, probably. But, you know, just to act like Pokemon in the US is just kind of a sham and it's going to be run over by Lorcana is, again, either he's just asking for attention or he's a little misguided. And then at worst, maybe this guy has a pretty heavy position on the amount of product he's going to get, and he's just pumping it, hoping to skyrocket the value, because that's a lot of what goes on really in any TCG, but especially in sports cards. It's, you know, how can I get that rookie card and take a gamble on that player being a good player and that card being worth something? That's kind of, I would say, the gambling and investing happens maybe even more heavily in sports cards than anywhere else. And so, again, not accusing this guy, I'm just saying it's possible. Maybe he's trying to just pump the stock, you know? So very interesting. Again, go check out Opossum Bud to watch him roast this guy. He doesn't really roast him. He very eloquently shares why he thinks his points are pretty stupid. So that was recent. But with that, my thoughts on Lorcana as a whole, and I'll be brief, is that while I think it's exciting, I think there is plenty of room for more trading card games to thrive in the US market and the global markets. You know, I think Pokemon and Magic dominate a huge portion of that market, but there is plenty of room below them for other trading cards to thrive without needing to overtake them. I think MetaZoo is a great example that people kind of stonked out on that when it first came out, and then some people thought, oh, it'll die off, and it's just kind of finding its footing somewhere below them. It doesn't need to be the biggest in the world, the most hyped thing in the world to still survive and turn a profit. So I think there's room for that. I think Lorcana can be successful for sure. But it's going to have people stonking it, like I said, very heavy from the beginning. It's going to have heavy hype from the beginning, but for that to be sustained, for this trading card game to endure, it will need a strong base of players. So it gives me some hope that it sounds like they've invested a lot into the actual gameplay mechanic. But at the end of the day, once it's in the hands of the players, they have to determine whether or not it's fun and engaging to play, and whether or not new mechanics and new meta things can come out to make them stay engaged and play competitively with these cards. So that will be very important for it to stay. Now, the concern I have with that is, and something that makes me question it, is that I don't really know who the target audience for Lorcana is. And that would be my strongest point against it if I had to make an argument against it. Because, you know, look at Pokemon. Pokemon thrives partially because it has such widespread appeal, right? Your little sister thinks Pikachu is cute, and then your older brother thinks Charizard is cool. Like, at the end of the day, they are pocket monsters, so they still kind of have an edge and a cool appeal to them, but then they're also very cute. And that may be an oversimplification, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Very widespread appeal to kids today and to adults that are still collecting and playing. They can engage with the world and find it interesting to collect these creatures. However, Disney is kind of, it sounds like they're going to be stretching this so wide and far that I don't know who they're expecting the engaged player base to be. Because if you're asking me, and I'm just one guy, but I open a pack of cards, I think it would be sick to pull a Darth Vader card to chase that card, to pull a Iron Man card. Yes, that's the way I lean. But if I'm just sitting there pulling like Elsa's all day and Minnie Mouse, like that's going to kind of burn me out because that's not what I'm really interested in. And I don't know how many people are diehard all things and everything Disney. And that's kind of what they're banking on, which is strange. It feels like it's leaning a lot more towards kids, which isn't a terrible thing. But again, I just don't know who the target demographic is. I've seen a couple people say, will it not conflict with Marvel Snap? That's another thing. There are already Marvel TCGs out there. So it's a direct competitor to itself within Disney. So on that topic, something that was announced just this week is there's also a new a purely Star Wars TCG coming out very shortly as well. And that will be a direct competitor to Lorcana as well. This, and again, this is just my personal take because I'm, a 26-year-old guy, but this sounds fascinating to me. And this would be something that I would be more interested in exploring because, again, the demographic just seems more grounded. But you guys can read this on your own time. It's from Gizmodo. It's a pretty short read, but essentially a new Star Wars trading card game is coming and it wants to stick around. So it talks about kind of what they've invested into the gameplay mechanics, trying to test it, as well as the artwork. And it does address the fact that it will be a direct competitor to Lorcana. So all in all, kind of bizarre from Disney that they're just allowing all these people to take a shot at their different franchises. But I mean, you guys tell me. I know most of you guys are, I can see from my demographic that most of you are guys my age. So wouldn't you much rather engage with and kind of get lost in the world of Star Wars? I don't know if you're a Star Wars fan, as opposed to opening up a pack of Disney cards and getting like Mickey Mouse and Dory. Like that just seems weird. If you're hunting the Darth Vader, wouldn't it be much more engaging to go with the purely Star Wars game as opposed to opening up a bunch of Lorcana cards? I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I think you get what I'm saying. All of that to say, I'm very excited for this. I hope the Star Wars game sticks around because I think that's a very vast universe that I would love to see it thrive as a trading card game. I think there's so many different worlds and ships and characters, weapons, stuff like that, that I think it would just really, again, I think that's a world that I would love to get lost in. And I think that's kind of the point, right? That people enjoy getting lost in the world of Pokemon and it appeals to such a wide demographic. I think the same can be said for Star Wars, and I'm really pumped for it. So, yeah. Baker says I'm trying to collect every Disney princess, my boy. So maybe Baker is the target demographic. But yeah. No hate to people who like different things, but it's wild to have them all in the same game. Yeah, again, I think I'm rambling, but I think you guys are kind of catching my drift that it's just stretching itself too thin. And that's what makes me concerned for it, that I don't really know who the target demographic is, but we'll see. I can see now the obvious light side and dark side decks, but also bounty hunters and rebels with lord oriented decks. Yeah, man, give me a Mandalorian card. That would be so sick. Darth Vader, Darth Maul, like all of that. Especially, there's so many characters that you can have too that, make Darth Vader every Darth Vader card like really rare and really sought after. I just think that would be sick. So we'll see. We'll keep our eye on it. But yeah. From there, what's next on the docket? I think that's it. I'm going to get into the gameplay. So before I do, I'll share with you guys just a quick refresher on the rules. So let me close out this window. Young Han Solo, that's right. That would be sick. All right, so as you guys know, was it 2-3 weeks ago, I opened 24 packs of Dawn of Param, and that is the first set in Chaotic, and 12 of the packs were designated for my friend and moderator Baker, who's in the chat, and 12 are designated for me. And then we're doing a series where we will build decks using only the cards we pulled, play against each other, and then whoever wins gets a point. And then we're going to go through every series of Chaotic doing that until we have an ultimate winner. And so I'll quickly pull that up. Actually, I just explained that, but basically for Dawn of Param, we're only doing one game, whereas the other series we will do more games as we get more cards to pull from. This is the contract that Baker signed. For those of you that don't know what's at stake, basically the loser of this whole series is going to have to dress up as Bodil and do whatever the winner says. So we're talking full cosplay with green paint and everything. So it's going to be pretty intense. Also, Baker, I don't know if he read this. It was weird. It was like, there was some weird glitch where this made this text small, but the winner also gets the rights to the loser's firstborn child. So just a small side note, our future children are at stake here too, but that's kind of besides the point. But yeah, so that's what we're getting into. Just to give you guys a little extra behind the scenes, I'm going to have Baker in just a second stop watching stream. I'll show you guys my deck and sort of give you my thinking behind it, why I built it the way I built it. And then I'll get Baker on a call and he'll do the same, and I won't look. And then we'll jump into the battle. So that way that way you guys can have sort of a behind the scenes look at why we chose what we chose. My lawyer didn't read the fine print, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, you should probably lawyer up now. All right, Bake, if you can hear me, turn away from stream, turn it off, no cheating, and I'll text you when you can come back, but I'm gonna show the boys my deck. So that sounded weird, but you know what I'm saying. All right, where is my deck? Baker better call Saul, that's right. All right, guys, here's my deck, and no one judge me, all right? As much as I like making chaotic content, I was limited. Yeah, this will be on Recode. Baker, no peeking, get out of here. I'll text you when I'm ready. All right, this is my deck, okay? So obviously I was limited with what I pulled, so that had plenty of limitations. But what I ended up, we also made a couple adjustments. I meant to mention this earlier, but basically we quickly realized we didn't have enough locations and we definitely didn't have enough attacks. So what we said was any location that we have, we can assume that we have 2 of them. And then we also said that we can use 1 of any attack from Dawn of Param, but if you pulled that attack, you can use 2 of them. So that way it still gave your pulls a little weight, but again, we just couldn't build it without that. But obviously everything else is what we pulled with average stats because it's on Recode. So I know Dawn of Param leans heavy Underworld. However, all my attacks sort of ended up leaning towards Mepedian. So I went full Mepedian, and I'll explain why. Mepidim Oasis is my location I got. So Mepedian attacks deal an additional 10 damage on their first attacks. So that will be helpful for my Mepedians. Gothos Tower was kind of a throwaway because I knew that he doesn't have Lord Van Blue, nor do I. So again, I had so few locations. I kind of had to just pick what I thought wouldn't hurt me, right? So I thought this one is neutral. No one's going to get a benefit, although initiative speed, I'm going to probably be faster than him. Ravenel Ridge, initiative power. At the beginning of combat, if a player is engaged, if a player controls an engaged creature with elemental type air, that player may look at the top 3 cards of their attack deck, put one at the top of that deck and the other at the bottom in any order. So that's going to help me out because I have air. Crystal Cave, initiative speed. Engaged creature with the lowest speed deals 0 damage on the first attack. That will help me as well because I'm probably going to be faster than him. And Eye of the Maelstrom, initiative power. When this becomes the active location, both players discard 1 music. So relatively neutral. Now, I knew from my locations I had to go Mepedian, and what I went with was 2 Quans up front. Quan, not amazing, I recognize that, pretty low energy, but he's not terrible. He has the air element and he has high speed, and those are typically going to go hand in hand, so not too bad. So I got 2 of them. Now they're going to be boosted by Marquise Dorini, who says creatures you control with invisibility deal 5 additional damage on their first attack each combat. So basically, he's going to give him invisibility 5, which will be a nice little boost. Not a ton, but a little bit. Also, 2 Sobjects. Sobject, again, not amazing, but he has the air element. 30 energy, which is pretty low, but it's not terrible for Dawn of Param. And mainly, his ability is sacrifice Sobject and deal 25 damage to target creature. So essentially, he can just kamikaze at any point, and if I'm about to win a battle, if I'm about to lose a battle, I can just sacrifice him and deal 25 damage, which for Dawn of Param is a lot of damage. So I have 2 of those in case I just need to self-destruct and shift the battle in my favor. Now, Marquise Dorini is really who I'm hoping it comes down to. 40 energy, not bad. Fire and air. Now, the attacks from Dawn of Param are so limited that I used every air attack I could. However, some also had fire. So my hope is, while these guys are up front, they will use all the air attacks, and I'll save whatever good fire attacks may come to my hand. And so that way, when he becomes engaged, I'll have some fire attacks to use with him. So here are all my attacks. They're what you get with Dawn of Param, they're nothing amazing, but hopefully they're enough to work to my advantage, which is mainly air and speed. Also, I leaned a little bit on wisdom as well, because the battle gears that I had was Staff of Wisdom. So I got 2 of those equipped, and then I have Mower Cycle for him and Mower Cycle for him. So again, that's like all I had. So they're going to get a little bit of a wisdom boost and a little bit of a speed boost. And then these 2 guys have Phobia Mask, which is really nothing amazing. And then Tian is sitting at the back. Tian will be able to cast 1 Music. I'm really just needing him to cast Melody of Mirage, which says target attack deals 0 damage. So if Baker ever deals a really heavy attack with a lot of damage, I'm going to have Tian cast that to block it. And then same thing, Tian is just going to self-destruct whenever I need him to deal an extra 25 damage. I really don't want him in combat, but again, he will just be there to self-destruct, essentially. So that's my strategy. If I'm really... Also, here are my other Mujiks. I don't plan on using any of these other ones, but I have them in case I need it. What I'm thinking Baker probably has is something that is going to lean Underworld, if I had to guess. That's kind of the advantage. I know the pool of cards he had to pull from. Nothing was too amazing, but again, I'm guessing he'll probably lean Underworld. My hope is that he doesn't have, I think it's Ghoul or something like that, the guy who has range. I'm hoping he doesn't jump to the second line and attack Marquise Dorini before I'm ready for it. That would be my fear. However, if he does, I still think I can defend myself pretty well. He may also have a mixed deck. I wouldn't be surprised because he didn't get a lot of cards that lean too heavy one way. So that's what I'm thinking he probably has. This is what I'm going with. So we'll see. Boom Boy, we were just doing one game because we only had so many cards to pull from, right? So after Zenith, we'll do 2 games. And then every series after that, we'll do 3 games. But again, for this, it's just one game, so it's pretty important that we win. But yeah, favorite tribe, I'd probably say Overworld, just because when I was a kid, I got a Frafto that I fell in love with. But yeah, probably an Overworld guy. All right, so I'm going to text Baker, and then I'll get him on a call, and then he can talk to you guys. All right. But the big question, do you think you're going to win? No, I know I'm going to win. I know it. Thank you, Andrew. Ghoul's not that good, though. Yeah, he's not great. If I'm thinking of the right guy, he just has the fire element, and he has range, which concerns me. He could jump to the second line. So, all right, let me get out of this, and then I will get Baker involved. Let's get chaotic. That's right. Baker,
Hello.
you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, say
Do
something.
you hear me?
Say
Hello?
something else.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. I think they can hear you.
Perfect.
All right. Bake, I'm going to make this full screen, and then I will promise I won't peek.
Perfect.
And then you can show the boys your deck. Take as long or as short as you need, and then you text me when you're done. I'll have my phone on me.
All right, perfect. We'll do.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right,
Yep.
so they can see the screen. I think they're all good. And I think they can hear you. It's kind of funny. I'm just handing over my stream. That's not Ghoul. Yeah, I don't know what card I'm thinking of then. You guys tell me what. Not Rarin. It's some other Donna Param card. All right. Yeah, I think they're set. All right, just I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom. Just text me when you're ready. All right.
All right, we'll do.
All right, I'll be back.
All right. So,
Wait,
hello, chat.
wait.
Okay.
It was echoing. All right, you should be good now.
All right. Chat, hello. All right, I think I'm going to give him like 5 seconds to get out of the room, then I'm going to pull it up. All right, here we go. So, you guys might know a little bit, but every chaotic game I've ever played is on Rud's channel. So, I've played a total of like maybe 10, 15 times. And I don't know what his cards look like, but I'll go through it really quick. What I pulled and what I found made sense is, as you see, fire and air, Mepedians and Underworlders. So a lot of fire. I got Ghoul, and the only reason I got Ghoul is because Rudd told me. Rudd, when we were opening the packs, he mentioned that he was like, "Oh, that could be a good card," so I threw him in there. I do know that he can like move additional spaces, and that's pretty sick. I also just love invisibility strikes. So Beyondu, and because he has the fire element as well. Marquise Derini is a sick card. I had to put him in there. And then I just love how big and dumb these Cougars are. That they're really going to be my muscle. And then I'll kind of go over the battle gear. I just gave them more wisdom because I know that they're not very smart. Move Ghoul to the front. Oh shoot. Okay. I'll try and do that before we play. Swift 2. I mean, again, these are the cards I pulled. This was like the only battle gear I had left, so I just had to play with what I had. Luckily, I had 2 Staff of Wisdom, so they're both getting a jump. And then I gave them this battle gear for Air 5. So I feel like that would help in this deck. And then obviously Ghoul, he can move through occupied spaces and he can move one additional space. And I knew that was helpful. And I gave him more speed. So these are really kind of mixed. I didn't pull a whole lot of great locations. Lava Pond will be good for me, but it could be good for him if he's using an Underworld deck, which I hope he's not. And again, with attacks, I'm just kind of hoping for the best, but mostly a lot of power just for these guys. And then just a lot of fire. But yeah, that is pretty much it. And obviously my Mujiks are just what I pulled because I figured I've only got two to play really. So that's the thought process. Hopefully this matches up well against what he has, and I might take that guy's advice and move Ghoul up to the front. So I'm going to text Rudd that I'm ready. Who should I switch him with? Who would you guys switch him with? Ghoul and...
What? Hang on.
Oh, you're looking.
Alright.
My bad.
No, you good?
Give me 5.
Give you 5?
Like 30 seconds.
Oh, to talk to them?
Yeah. No, I feel like I have to be honest. Never mind.
Okay.
All right, you're good.
I'm not looking, I promise, but I'm gonna click this thing so that it doesn't block it. Do you need to talk
You
to
want
them?
me to stop? Here, I'll stop it.
I just realized that chat could be cheating for us. What's up?
Nothing. Well, one of them told me to move a card, and I was like, I could do that, but I feel like that's a bit dishonest. But
No,
they're all
move it,
telling me to
move it.
do it.
Yeah.
Move
No,
it?
move it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
if you
I'll
need
move
to.
it. I'll move it.
Dang, what if they're conspiring against me? Yeah, you can adjust.
Right?
We haven't started yet, and I know you haven't played as much as me, so I'll give you a little grace.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
All
Although you can
right.
stop me.
I promise I'm not
Yeah.
looking. I'm just looking at what I need to click because you're still sharing your screen.
Oh, here.
Guys, I hope it worked because I saw that audio input notification, but I hope you're able to see it. So, all right. So as soon as Bake's ready, I think we'll start. So you just let me know when you're ready, Bake.
Yep, we're good to go.
All right. Now, one last thing before we start is just like quick question for you, Baker. How long have we known each other?
Since I was in 9th grade, so 7, 8 years.
7 to
I
8
think.
years. Let's round up and call it a decade.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
close
down.
enough, right?
Maybe that.
Well, what if I told you that I've been kind of keeping a pretty big secret from you for a decade?
I'd be shocked. I feel like I know you pretty well.
Yeah, I feel like you know me pretty well.
I mean, I lived with you, so I'd be like, man, this must be a crazy secret, and you must be a sneaky sneak.
A sneaky sneak. Well, I always do my best to be honest with you. And again, like you said, I feel like we have known each other pretty well. However, there is something that I regret to inform. I've been keeping a secret from you, from you for quite some time. So
Right. What? Yeah. Are you gonna let me know what it is?
hang on. Baker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is not just a normal gameplay.
Oh.
What you thought you were walking into is actually far more.
I'm terrified. and excited.
I am not just your friend. I'm actually quite more. I am a chaotic codemaster.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
This whole time?
It's been difficult to keep this a secret, but it is true. Have you ever thought to yourself, how does Rudd have all these rare cards and rare skins?
I mean, every time that I look at it.
It's because I am a codemaster, and you have just entered my battle drone.
Oh no, dude. About to get destroyed.
Prepare to get wrecked.
About to get beat down, dude.
This is not
I
just
feel
for.
like
This
couldn't
is
have
not
gone
just.
worse for me.
This is not just for your firstborn child. This is actually for so much more. If you defeat me, you will receive very rare scans. Okay? This is game 1 of you. I can't see crap out of this. This is game 1
They're so sick.
of your surprise fight with a codemaster. This whole time I was faking our friendship just for this.
Oh my gosh. This was a long ploy for my firstborn child.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The plot is kind of getting lost on me a bit. I just thought of this today, but let me get set up.
Bro, absolutely.
All right.
This couldn't have been worse.
Let me get the hype playlist going, and we'll get started. Austin Baker, are you ready?
I am ready.
Dock your scanner. All right, let's go.
All right.
Let me make sure audio's good before we get rolling.
How do we do this again?
Bro, golly, you guys can probably see every reflection. You can see how many windows it takes to set up stream. All right, I'm going to...
Do you have sneakers on right now?
Yeah, I don't know why they're commenting about my sneakers. It's not like you can see my feet.
Codemasters don't wear sneakers.
What makes you guys... What makes you think I'm wearing sneakers right now? For all you know, the dogs are out right now.
Dang.
All right. It's freaking hype. Let's go. Sorry,
Dude,
guys,
I hope...
I'm delaying long enough. I'm seriously trying to just get it set up. You hope what?
I mean, I was chatting with chat a little bit, not trying to cheat, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Didn't want the hints. I felt like they were pretty honest.
Yep.
But they were excited when they saw I used a certain card. So that's all I'll say.
Golly. All right. You can. We can stop screen sharing. It doesn't matter. You can still hear me, right?
Yeah, you know.
Okay. All right. I just sent you the link on Discord. So click that puppy and we will get rolling. Chat on screen is frozen. Is it really? Oh, you're right. How do I fix
You
that?
try and fix it.
Well, chat on screen, I don't know. We'll hope it fixes itself later. I already have too much going on. Let's get chaotic.
Woo!
Woo! All right. So, you are using an Underworld and mixed Mapedian deck. So, chat, was I not kind of right? A little bit. I said that I was fearful you're using an Underworld and possibly mixed deck. I also said I was fearful that you would use Ghoul. Sure enough, you got him.
Dang,
Interestingly,
I didn't save it.
Oh, you didn't? If you need to go back, you can.
He was
I'll allow
supposed
it.
to be up front, but it's up to you.
Dude, I'll completely allow it because you're a bit of a newbie. I'll give you a mulligan since it's the first one. So how about this? How about you fix it? You got 60 seconds.
Boom. Yep.
Or else you will be banished.
Banished. 60 seconds. Banished.
Or banished.
Oh man, I got a deck builder.
Chat. I'm not gonna lie. I share an Amazon account with my mom who doesn't, right? And she goes, "Red, did you buy some sunglasses?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I was thinking to myself, like, do I just bite the bullet and let her think that I bought these to actually use as sunglasses, or do I try to explain what this is? And I thought, you know what? We're just going to let it ride. So I just said, yeah, I bought some sunglasses. And she was like, they're very interesting. And I was like, yeah, they are. So, all right.
You can
sorry,
resend the invite.
All right.
Dude, those are the coolest Daft Punk looking glasses I've ever seen though.
This is not just sunglasses. This is who I am.
Okay.
That's true.
This is not
That's
an
true.
act.
You are a code master.
That's right.
And you've been keeping that from me for the past
Yeah.
10 years.
Our existence is no joke, Baker. We're a real
You
thing.
think you know a guy.
Yeah, you think you know a guy.
Yeah.
All right, either you fixed your deck or not. You're getting destroyed. This is your last warning.
All right. Yes. Well,
You should add a mouth attachment to make it an actual mask. I was looking at all sorts of stuff on Amazon, but then I was like, at a certain point, it's like more than it's worth, right? To just go to town on making like a full mask.
hey, chat, maybe I'll make him be a Bodil.
All right, we're in here. We've been talking long enough. Let me close out these dumb windows. It is time to get chaotic. Hang on, I gotta do it again.
Dock your scanner.
You guys like that? Does that scratch the nostalgic itch? All right, so again, you're going Underworld Mepedian mix. I see you moved Ghoul up front, which sucks. Nice of you to do that. And you got Marquise Torini in the back. So, holy crap, that is not what I wanted down here. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into it, guys. Let's get chaotic. Waiting for your opponent. Baker, it's your turn.
Yeah, man, I'm terrified. So you went Almapedians?
I went Almapedians. I felt like a lot of my cards kind of forced me to, and it was like the strongest thing I could come up with. All right. They be telling you to do that, or you just thought that'd be cute?
No, I'm gonna be honest.
Fun.
I don't like that we had the same guy. I was trying to get. I like my guy better than yours. I like my Marquise
okay.
Torini. So
Okay,
I was like,
whatever.
you know what? He has Swift.
Whatever.
Or range.
Whatever. Plot twist. This is what he wanted all along. Yeah, that's what it's feeling like. All right. Chat, let me know if at any point Baker is too quiet or loud. It's hard to monitor a lot at once. All right. I'm going to pass. Use Ravenel Ridge's ability, which is, at the beginning of combat, if a player controls an engaged creature with elemental type air, that player may look at the top 3 cards. Chat, you got to tell me I'm not even showing the screen. I'm so sorry. All right, Baker jumped to the second line. I'm so sorry. I do that every stream. I'm sitting here rambling. Golly. All right, this is what's going on. Baker jumped to the second line, and we're at Ravenel Ridge. God, I can't read. Elemental type air. That player may look at the top 3 cards of their attack deck. Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that. Choose an attack card to put at the top of your attack deck. Oh, yes, chat. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Sorry, chat. I know that's annoying. All right, choose an attack to put at the bottom of your attack deck. Let's see. Bottom. How's my courage looking? 45 to... We'll put this at the bottom. All right, chat. I'm so sorry about that. I do that once a stream. But we're in here. Kind of just going back and forth with whatever abilities we want to activate, but soon the attacking is about to start. I'm sitting at 40 energy, Baker's at 35.
Inferno Gust.
Baker plays an Inferno Gust for 5 fire damage and stat check or challenge speed 15, deal 10. I don't think you beat me on speed because I have a mower cycle.
Right.
So I'll let it slide. He does 5 damage. All right. Can I zoom in a little? Sure thing. Oh, there we go. Good call, man. Let's go right here. All right. It's my turn. I play Pot of Greed. I'm just going straight for the jugular. We're gonna We're gonna play Inferno Gust. Because I beat him on speed and I have both of those elements, should deal a hefty amount of damage. Oh, sorry. It's not even asking me attack yet. Oh, I forgot we got this, though. You know what, chat? I say we put him in his place. Actually, does he have that card?
Dude, don't take no mercy.
I'm taking no mercy. Toxic Gust. 10 base damage, 5 fire, 5 air.
Dang.
Will it land?
Dang.
Or does he have a response?
Dang. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to eat it.
Oh, that's a heavy one to eat.
Yeah, that is not ideal for me.
Get wrecked, bro. Get wrecked. All right.
I got some pretty whack pulls from attacks early on. It's all right. We rebound.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, beware of Melody Mirage. That's what I was worried about. All right. We're off to a good start. We're off to a really good start.
Dude, I didn't pull a Melody of Mirage. That's what... I wish I had one. I always have one.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one that pulled one.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, man, I'm kind of getting beat up right now.
Look, man, you're the one that wanted the smoke.
Ectospasm. Excuse me.
Ectospasm. Yeah, bro, watch your mouth. 5 damage. I'll let it slide.
Yep.
Look, you wanted the smoke putting Ghoul on the front line and just jumping back like that.
Dude, I didn't like it. Your guy, my guy, Roman. You know?
Alright, chat.
A couple Marquis Dorinis.
I am actually going to go with this because you probably know why. I could do this, I understand, but you probably understand why I'm going with this just for now. And I'm feeling pretty confident about it, so we'll just roll with this. Ember Swarm. 5 base, 5 fire. Fire, opposing creature loses 25 wisdom. Be even more stupid.
Dang, you making them dumb?
Yeah, bro.
I already got a pretty dumb team. I mean, look at those Cougars. There's no way those guys are smart.
They got a lot of energy, though. All right,
yeah,
Baker lets
do.
it hit. Baker is down to 5 energy. I'm at 30.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Let's take a peek.
That's what you get when you tussle with a Codemaster, you know?
Yeah. Dang. I feel like this is just not good for me at all. All right. We'll play.
Spirit Gust. Stat check. Courage 50. Deal 5 damage. I'm not gonna lie, I have a feeling that Baker is trying to push out his worst attacks. Maybe he's saving the better ones for a later battle, so we'll see. That or you just really suck.
Ember Flourish.
Ember Flourish, Baker plays. Heal 15 energy to target creature with elemental type air or fire. So you're really invested in Ghoul. Alright, we'll let it slide. I like that you're fighting back.
Couldn't go down that easy.
Couldn't go down that easy, that's right. Alright. He's scrapping his way back. Now, chat, this is when we play this. This is why we saved it.
Dang. Did I get
Inferno Gust.
Dang.
Coded.
Dang.
You just got
that
coded.
hurt.
Cue the coded sound effect. I don't know why all of a sudden I put the glasses on and I just turn into like a real jerk. Like instead of
Dude,
like
you're a codemaster.
very like diplomatic, powerful codemaster, I just turn into like a bully. All
You're
right.
the Ryan Gosling of Codemasters.
I guess, man. All right. First fight down, Baker went for the jugular. He jumped across with his ghoul, and I scrapped my way back, and I won the first one. 6 creatures on my side, 5 on Baker's. So now, I actually I don't know who pulled this location. I think
I had it. It could have been you though.
that might have been yours. Rudd wins,
Yeah.
fatality, exactly.
Dang.
Yeah, this is my location. So, Gothos Tower, as I stated in my deck building, this was put in there just because it's not going to benefit anyone. The only benefit you may get is if you have the higher speed. So, kind of a neutral location. I'll allow it.
All right.
Move a creature. All right, who do I want to attack who? Well, although it's a neutral location, I'd rather take my chances. I could move Sobchak, but yeah, I think I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to Kwon attacks Cougar.
Dang.
Thanks for the audio update, guys. Let me know if it goes out for more people. All right. Cougar has his Intimidate power. I have higher speed than you by a good bit, and I have Surprise, so I will get the first attack. Is there anything I want to cast in the beginning? No, I will let it slide.
All right. Is there anything I want to cast? Let's see. I am checking. Yeah, we'll play that.
Baker plays Song of True Sight. Target creature loses all invisibility invisibility abilities until the end of the turn. So trying to get rid of my invisibility. All right, that will save you basically 5 energy, but I respect it. If you want to cast it, I'll let it slide. All right, now we're into the attacks. So let's see. My wisdom is, dog, I cannot see, 80, and your wisdom is 50. So I'm a good bit smarter than you. That plays to our advantage, chat. Here's what we have. 5. We have that, and we have this. I say we don't mess around. I say we go for it. Unsanity, very nostalgic attack for me. 5 air damage, and challenge, wisdom 15, deal 10 damage, which should be successful. Should hit for 15, but we'll see if he responds, and it does. All right, now we're all tied up at 35, and that's the advantage of having the initiative. 35 to 35.
All right. Let's see. Man. Let's go ahead and play Windlash.
Baker plays Wind Slash. Target opponent turns all face-down battle gear cards face up. Okay, for 5 base damage, and we'll let it hit. Oh. As much as I also have the speed advantage, let's see, what does this guy have? These are relatively the same. I'm going to play out the wisdom advantage that we have with a quick exit, which should hit for 10 damage. Challenge wisdom 15, and it does.
Dang. Getting bopped.
A little bit. It's far from over.
It's never ogre.
It's never ogre, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Chat, place your votes now. Who you think is going to win? Donate $50 if you think I'm going to win. Donate $100 if you think Baker's going to win. I don't make the rules. That's how the poll works. It's weird.
Man, I feel like I've got to play. I've got to play
Just
a little
kidding.
safe.
Don't spend your money, guys. Tornado
Chat,
tackle
I'm gonna
air.
vote for
Both
myself.
players reshuffle their attack deck. You don't have air, so that slides by.
Yep.
It's tough, man. And you probably saw how limiting the attacks are. Like even though you lean towards the fire deck, it's like there aren't 20 fire attacks that could be placed
There's
in a
10.
deck. Yeah. I think it'll be a tie, says Boomboy. A tie, you donate 200. If you think it'll be a tie, just whatever. Vote whatever you want. I'm not telling you how to vote. All right, chat. Let's see. I can't start using my bad attacks yet. I still have to make sure I finish him off. So we're going to go Velocitrap for 10 damage.
Dang. Perfect hit. All right.
Critical hit.
Not ideal, but I'm gonna play Flash Warp.
Flash Warp. Challenge power 15, deal 10 damage. I think that'll be successful, right? Yep. All right. 20 to 15. Baker's still definitely in this. Wow, this music just got really intense. Can you hear the music or not?
I can't, but I'm glad because it's getting down to the wire.
Yeah. It's just like screeching. All right, chat. This is good for us. Let's see. This would be 10, and then let's see. So what courage do we have? You beat us on courage, but I beat you on wisdom. So that would be enough. However, do we want to spend this or not? Chat, I'm not too worried at the moment, so I'm going to save this, and I'm going to spend this. I'm going to play this, because I'm feeling, call it arrogance, but I feel like I can win this one. So we're going to play Shriek Shock, stat check, speed 50, deal 5 damage. You're down to 10 energy, I'm at 20.
Dang. All right. I feel like I need to play my own music in my own head to get my own self just like super pumped right now.
Yeah, dude, maybe that's why I'm winning. I'm playing the Halo Reach soundtrack right now, and it's going off. Dang, a skeletal strike. 10 base damage, challenge, courage 15, deal 10 damage. And if my eyes don't deceive me, you beat me by 10 courage, but not 15. So I believe that will only deal 10 damage. That's a close one, but we're going to let that one slide. Whew. All right, it's 10 to 10. Cutting it down to the wire. Guys, I know we have this. I don't feel like I need to spend this yet. I still feel safe in my security and having this over here if I need it. So we're going to hopefully see if we can get an attack that I don't have to spend this. Oh, and we do not. That's a bummer. All right, chat, here's the deal. Do we play this so that we can save this and then use this if we need it, if you're tracking me, or do we just go for it and use this? I am not going to risk it. I'm going with this. Probably should have played it earlier, but it is what it is. Telekinetic Bolt, 10 base damage, and challenge Wisdom 15, deal 10 more. And he is coded. Sorry, let me try that again.
Coded.
Yeah, you know what's funny to me?
What?
Is, well, first of all, I keep catching a glance at myself in the monitor, and it's a little ridiculous. Second of all,
So sick though.
I have like vocal effects on that I don't think you can hear, but I want you to go back and watch the VOD later.
I'm gonna
because
listen to it.
I can't hear it right now either, obviously, but I think it's a little ridiculous. But all right, so
I'm ready.
Yeah, dude, 2 coded creatures. Quick status check, little halftime break. The reporter just ran up to you on the field. It's halftime. You're down 2-0. How you feeling?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I feel like they got us in the first half. It's not looking great, but game's not over. Job's not finished.
That's true. Do you have any tricks up your sleeve that you want to potentially reveal to the opponent?
I'm probably gonna go sicko mode
Dang.
in the second half. So be on the lookout. I'm probably gonna go sicko mode.
Holy smokes,
Yeah.
he's going sicko mode.
Yeah. Probably
All
gonna
right.
go sicko mode in the second half.
Holy smokes, guys.
So be on the
watch out.
lookout for that.
Oh, he uses his Ripple Foil Iron Pillar, Initiative Courage. Battle Gear loses all abilities. That is Baker's active location, and he chooses who he wants to attack.
Let's see. You know what? Let's run it back, Turbo. Actually, what do I want?
Oh, he jumps in there. Cougar attacks Sobchak at the Iron Pillar. So already Baker has a pretty hefty energy advantage at 50. I'm at 30. I have the motorcycle, but again, Battle Gear just lost all abilities, so I'm considerably slower, which will not work out in my favor. And Baker had the Staff of Wisdom, but that's also not working. I don't believe his deck is really slanted towards that as much as mine's slanted towards speed. So, all right. With that being said, let's do this.
Yeah, my Battle Gear was more preventative.
Yeah, I get that.
Just like
Battle Gear,
No.
that's another reason I chose Mopedians, is because we had such few Battle Gear to choose from. It's all I had. It kind of leaned towards Mopedian speed stuff.
Yeah. All right. Dang. Gotta play it.
Baker plays Torrent of Flame, 10 fire damage with Cougar, and that will hit. I'm down to 20 energy. All right, I'll pass, and I get an attack. I have this, which would hit. I have considerably more wisdom than him right now. This would also hit, and this is kind of a throwaway. I could play it and just get it out of the way. Although what do we want, chat? What do we want? I say we fight back. I say we do it. Unsanity. For 5 air damage, challenge Wisdom 15, deal 10 damage. That should deal an additional 10. 35 energy to 20. You're still considerably in the lead.
Dang.
Chat, all we're trying to do is get him down so that we can use this, if you know what I'm saying. If you're catching my drift, that's what we're trying to do.
Dang, that's what you're trying to do?
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
Baker plays Lightning Burst for 5 base damage and 5 air damage, so that'll probably just deal 5 damage. I'm down to 15. Okay, chat. Oh, that's what we needed, chat. That is what we needed. No brainer. We are going Sleep Sting for 10 base damage, Challenge Wisdom 15, deal 10 damage.
Dang.
Again, I got that Wisdom on him. It'd help if you had that Staff of Wisdom, but it's inactive right now. Baker is down. Cougar is down to 15. I am at 15. We're holding strong. I know I have this to use, chat, but I may not need it. So we're going to hold off at the moment. If I need it, then I'll use it, right?
All right. Let's see. That definitely doesn't stink. Let's take a look. All right. We're going to go ahead and play Paralyze.
Paralyze, 10 base damage, challenge speed 15, deal 10 damage. You do not beat me on speed, I do not believe. You do by 5, but not 15. So that will deal 10 damage, and I will be down to 5. Ooh, that's cutting it close. Alright, chat. We need an attack that can finish this. Ooh, and that will not do it. Alright, chat. We play this to get it out of here, and then I'm going to use one of these. Okay? Tornado Tackle, Air. Both players reshuffle their attack deck. And then I would rather not use this yet. This is more powerful than this. So I will use this and call it a day. You ready, chat?
Dang, you're about to sacrifice object, I bet.
Wait. Oh, I think it'll work.
Oh,
Kamikaze!
dang it.
Dude, he went in there.
Yeah, he did.
Did you know
Good for me.
Did you know that was coming?
No, but the more I was looking at it, I was like, I have a feeling this could be coming.
Yeah. I didn't
I
want
was
to
worried
use it,
about
but
that.
it's funny that like a lot of these cards, as much as they're super nostalgic to me, I never really considered like how to use Dawn of Param cards, because I started playing around Silent Sands, so this stuff wasn't as relevant. But going back and looking at it, it's like, oh, Sobchak, yeah, 30 energy, not that good, but that ability to just kamikaze at any given point is, I mean, it's
Kind of
useful.
sick.
Like the way I just used it, it has its uses for sure.
Yeah.
Meponym Oasis, Initiative Courage. Mepenian creatures deal an additional 10 damage on their first attack. So all that's left on the board is Mepedians, so it's kind of irrelevant. Let's see. He will have Invisibility Strike 20. Holy smokes. If I attack right now, Baker would have Invisibility Strike 20. He would have 15. This would add 5, so it'd be 20. And then he would have this, which would give it another 10. So he'd have Invisibility Strike 30, which is a lot. However, your boy's not afraid of nothing. I'm not afraid of nothing. I'm straight in there. I'm going towards the back line, dude. I'm charging my way back there.
Let's go. I like these little Beyond Doos.
We have the same power, so this will deal a base of 10 damage, or I could play this. What's your wisdom at? We'll go with this. We need all the damage we can get. Power Pulse for 10 base damage. Oh, but I forgot. I also have Marquise Storini and the active location. So you go way down from 40 to 15.
Dang.
Crazy. I forgot about that. I'll pass and wait for Baker's attack.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and play
Skeletal Strike. For which will deal 10 base damage, but again he has the invisibility things. And cue the music, cue the chimes. I'm going to play Melody of Mirage on Skeletal Strike. I will have
knew that was coming.
Tian cast it to block the attack. Will, I'm just now reading your comment, and that makes a lot of sense. I probably should have done that, but it is what it is. And we'll let it slide. So that attack does 0 damage because of Melody of Mirage. And because I reshuffled my attack deck, I have this back in my hand, which will deal, I believe, just 10 more base damage. Telekinetic Bolt.
Dang.
You are down to 5 energy.
All right. Let's go ahead and play. I mean, we're getting down to it. Not a whole lot.
Inferno Gust for 5 fire damage. Challenge speed 15, which you do not beat me on. I'm pretty fast. So for 5 fire damage. I go from 30 down to 35. And my attacks are pretty weak. Although I'm winning this pretty handedly, so I'll get rid of my weak attacks. I'll play Flashman to go back up to 35 energy.
All right. And let's just go ahead and get you out of here.
Flash Warp. Challenge power 15, deal 10. Oh, dang, Andrew, I forgot about that. The bouncing berries, that's it's actually a secret, so I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Dang.
But I got that coming up. That's my secret weapon. Let's see. I'll play another one just to get rid of it, because I think this battle is pretty much over. Baker, I will say,
it's not looking good for me.
Up until this point, obviously, it's been sliding in my direction. I do not think my deck was that much better. I think it just, I'm going to be honest, I got some really good attacks up front, and I think you probably got some pretty bad ones up front. And then, honestly, a big edge, I think, was Sobchak being able to self-sacrifice.
Yeah, that definitely that didn't help. I wish I could have taken him out sooner, but even if I did, you could have stopped it. So
yeah, but it just kind of is what it is. So, yeah, as much as I would love to arrogantly claim that, 1 second, Fear Valley, Initiative Wisdom, at the beginning of combat, the engaged creature with the lowest courage loses 10 energy. So courage will be very vital here. Yeah, I don't think my deck was all that more amazing, and it's not like I played more amazing. It just, I kind of got the luck of the hand, and Sobchak is useful, but it's far from over. It is 5-2. you could run through it with either of your creatures, so we'll see. I have been spending some of my resources.
Yeah, but it is, man, not looking good for me. Well, I'm just gonna move.
Okay. Ooh, and the active location comes back to me. Mepidem Oasis. Move a creature. We're both going to get the benefit of the 10 base. I would have an additional 5 because of my Marquis Storini. But I don't want to use these down here. I don't want to use these attacks. I'd rather use them with him. But I don't want to engage him in combat yet because of the invisibility strike factor. Invisibility strike 15 is kind of crazy. I forgot he had that.
Yeah.
What do we do, chat? Here's what we do, chat. We go here, and if we need to use this, we will. It's a viable, either of these are viable resources. If we have to use, we will. I may regret it, but we're going to go for it. We're going to try to take him out. Quan attacks Marquis Storini. Hang on.
Quan attacks Marquis Storini.
You're going to see that later and be blown away. All right.
I can't wait.
I literally set up, it's like a vocoder. I set it up like 10 minutes before stream, so I hope it works.
That's amazing.
It'd be funny if it's not working and I'm just acting a fool. All right. We have this, which will work. This will also work for a good chunk, and that will work for not quite as much. Let's see, chat. I say we save this for this, okay? This is huge. So I say we go with this for now because we know it'll work and we have the invisibility advantage. Let's see. Although, hang on a second. I'm getting a 15 invisibility boost to this attack. Yeah, so none of these are enough to KO him. We'll go with this. Velocitrap, challenge speed 15, deal 10 damage. They said it's sounding great. All right, we'll see what it sounds like later. Oh, for 25 damage, you are down to 15 energy. I'm at 35. You are also going to come back with a pretty strong attack, I'm sure, because you have the advantage of the Oasis. Oh, and you come back strong with it. Toxic Gust, which will do a 10 base, 5 fire, 5 air. So you'll deal 20. And then you have the Mipidem Oasis, which will deal an extra 10. You'll deal 30 damage. And I think that will be it. So I think I will be knocking on death's door with 5 energy left. All right. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I hope I stay alive after this. All right, good. We're still alive. 5 energy remaining, and I get an attack. Ooh, this would hit. I see no reason why this wouldn't hit, chat. We have the advantage here. Just barely, but we have the advantage. Oh, what am I talking about? But we need to do more than that. So our hand is forced. We have to play this. I come right back at you with a Toxic Gust for 10 base damage, 5 air damage, which should be enough to knock you out, and it does. Man, same thing there. Just good enough cards to save me, because I was very close to having to use Sob Check again, but just having a good enough attack. That's tough. All right, Baker, you are on your last creature, Beyondu. I have 5 remaining. Little fourth quarter check-in. How you feeling?
You know, if there's a will, there's a way.
That's right.
And that's what I'm going for.
That's right. I like the optimism. And listen,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you are battling
A code master. So
True.
this
This
all
is
of this
this
a
is pretty
lesson.
tough.
You are basically at chaotic school right now. So soak it in.
Right. I'm just thinking about my children are on the line too, so I
yeah,
really don't
again,
want them
that's
to go
kind
back
of
and watch
it's like a
this
small,
performance.
that's a small side note, and I'm sure your kid, when I own it, will just be like proud to see that you kept fighting, right? But
Right.
but also, the series is long. This is only one game. We have several to go, so you take the lessons and you move forward. But it's not over yet.
True.
Beyondu attacks Marquise Dorini at Doors of the Deep Mines. Initiative speed. At the beginning of combat, all creatures with elemental type water gain 10 energy. That's neither of us. And I have the higher speed because of my battle gear. You got to keep those glasses long term. These aren't glasses, bro. This is like...
I'm a code master. So this is who I am. I am more this than I am this. Okay? It's not a costume.
It's my identity. But
I'm just finding this out for the first time.
I got to keep them long term. Yeah. Remember when we met forever ago? I wasn't just...
Yeah.
Basically, I haven't been hanging out with you because you're my friend. I've been hanging out with you because you've been a prospect by the Codemasters, and it was my job. So
That makes sense.
I know it's shocking, but it is what it is.
Teach me.
Masks, sorry. 10 base damage.
All right. Let's take a peek.
Guys, let me know in chat what booster pack you want me to open after this game. I have almost everything except Alliances Unraveled. I take that back. I know I have Turn of the Tide, Rise of Oligarch, Zenith. I'm sure you guys are just going to choose whichever is most valuable. Holy smokes. Baker just did 20 damage to me. Lightning Burst, I'm going to deal 10 damage. It's 20 to 20. And
Dang.
it's time to send the boy flying in there. My second sob check just to call it a day. KOs him.
Golly.
Yeah.
Just threw them at me.
Baker, GG, that was fun. Again, as much as that I won every battle, that could have gone either way. I definitely got the luck, as Boomboy said, of the attack cards that leaned my way. So sometimes it's just how it goes. Although I will say a secondary MVP, I have to say, is the ability to self-sacrifice by Tian in Sobchek. So pretty crazy ability. I think that's might be overpowered for Dawn of Param because creatures have such low energy. But Baker, any final words? Your post-game press conference? You want to give a take on how it went?
Pretty poorly. We're gonna have to go back to the drawing board for. We're gonna hope for some great pools, and in a couple weeks, re-look at the deck as a whole and go from there. Maybe I was wrong by not playing Bodles. I can see how that may have worked to my disadvantage. So be on the lookout.
I mean, that'll be the last time you ever doubt Bodle. So
yeah, never again.
Never again. Well, so it's fun to see the cards being played. Yeah, that's been really fun for me. That I think obviously it's easy to get caught up in the collecting and
Good game. I will see you next week.
I'll see you next week.
I like the fact. Whoa! I like the fact that the only voice change you hear from me is me just like talking slightly deeper and more serious. But
That's it.
for
That's
chat,
it.
I have
That's all
like
I hear.
a vocoder on.
We can't wait to go
Yeah,
back and
Codemaster
rewatch.
Red is gone. I don't really know what you're talking about. I'm just a normal guy. But yeah, it's fun to look at the cards not from a value standpoint as far as like what they sell for or in the overall meta, but it's been fun to just like take what we have, go back to being a kid. Like I just opened these packs and what kind of deck can I build from them? And it's been a really fun way to engage with them. So Baker, thank you for playing. Appreciate you taking the time, dog. Because I know you could be doing plenty of other things, but I appreciate you hanging out and not only being mod, but also playing the game. So, guys, can we get some bodles in chat to say thank you to Baker for participating tonight? Appreciate him. Not only tonight, but in the rest of the series. So, spam the bodles in chat. And if you don't have a bodle emoji, you can just put some claps in chat, some hands or something like that. But yeah, let me grab a booster pack and we will rip it and we'll just hang out for as long as you guys want. But I hope that was enjoyable. So give me 1 sec. I'm going to go grab a pack. All right. Again, sorry, I don't know why chat is frozen. I don't know how to fix that without restarting the software, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to be opening this. I know it's probably the least valuable set in Chaotic, but it's a bit of a teaser for next week. Sorry, 2 weeks from now, where we'll be opening 24 packs from the second set of Chaotic, which is Zenith of the Hive. So that'll be fun. But yeah, just a quick teaser for that. Baker, are you still on call? Yeah, you just muted. Baker, you can stay on call if you want to just hang out. But let me zoom in. Whoa, the other way. Whoa. Actually, why'd I do that? Let me do this. Dang. Does that feel like I'm touching you guys? Hang on.
Let me do this. All right, there. That way it's zoomed in and I can just open it like this. All right. So I'm going to crack it. We don't have the hand cam, so we're just going like this. But yeah, so not next week, but the next we'll be opening 24 of these. If we pull an Alexia, it'd be crazy. Alexia is the card we're looking for. This creature right here. It's kind of the queen of the Danians. So this is interesting. Wow. Look at this little security tag on here. It's kind of weird.
I forgot that the vocoder was on. Hang on. We'll just do this. Yeah. You guys can tell there's plenty of technical difficulties you run into. That's hilarious. All right. Desiccate the land. Dacelin, beautiful creature. This will be useful if anyone pulls it. Water 5, 45 energy, 1 music. Not bad at all. Infectious Melody. All about infection with the second set.
Oh, let's go. Super rare. Chakri Flats, beautiful artwork. Two guys on a salt flat battling it out. Initiative Mepedian. At the beginning of combat, engaged elementalists may gain one elemental type until the end of the turn. Super rare. Holographic foil. We will sleeve that up carefully in a moment. A rare Danian Music, Hive Unsung. Sorry. A Parasite token. Reverberate. And Queensgate. Also very nostalgic Danian location. Very cool. And, Scouts Monocular. Awesome. So again, not next week, but the next, Baker and I will be opening 24 packs of Zenith of the Hive. So that'll be fun. But yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. Just so you know, next week, here's the card again. Next week, I will be opening up some MetaZoo packs, a different TCG that you may or may not know about. They put out a product that is their 30th anniversary product, which is kind of making fun of Magic the Gathering. So basically, Magic the Gathering, if you don't know, they put out a 30th anniversary product that was not well received. It was like $1,000 retail, and people hated them for it, basically. So MetaZoo has only been around for a few years, but as like an April Fool's joke, they put out a 30th anniversary product, just kind of a joke. But the cards are legit, and so I got 2 separate packs or boxes, whatever you want to call it, of them. So we'll be doing that next week, a pack opening of that, so that'll be fun. And then the next, we'll be doing the Zenith pack opening. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I saw some of you saying how many people were in the chat earlier, and it seems like it was a little higher than normal, which is awesome. You know, if there's a lot of people or a few people, either way, I'm just appreciative of whoever's here hanging out. And as always, these videos stay on my channel, so if you're watching this later, I just appreciate your viewership. And I, of course, appreciate the Codemasters, you guys supporting the channel as well. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you're a Codemaster, I'll be making an exclusive video with Brian Gannon that will come out for them. But I updated the channel membership, so next month the Brian Gannon video will be public for everyone, so that'll be fun. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, whatever, just hanging out if you want to chat for a bit. But if you guys need to head out, then have a great night. Austin, have a great night, dude. But yeah, it's weird, Baker. I didn't see anyone vote in the poll for who they thought would win. Run it back. Yeah, we can run it back.
Yeah.
We're gonna run it back. We're gonna run it back in a month. You'll get your next shot. So we'll see.
I might need some practice partners.
Some practice partners. Yeah. See if anyone in chat wants to play with you. I saw some people saying this, but I'm just curious before we dip. Let me know in chat. Obviously, I'll answer a question about anything you guys have if you want to hang out. But also, what do you guys think about that Star Wars trading card game? Obviously, Chaotic will be most nostalgic and what I'm looking forward to the most to return. But a Star Wars trading card game, if done right, I would be very excited to collect and play. Baker, you're like tripping me out because I hear you talking in my ear but also in the chat. But you say if gameplay is fun, you're down. You're here right now, right? In my ear?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, what do you think about it?
I mean, if the game itself is fun and the right cards are rare enough, then yeah, I'll chase after it. I could see how that would be Especially, I don't know, right now I'm kind of into Star Wars anyways. I just
Yeah,
finished Mandalorian and have been watching Clone Wars. So
yeah. Oh, you reminded
this
me
is
of
right time
something.
for me.
Yeah, yeah, same. I'm watching season 3 of The Mandalorian right now. I asked you earlier if you had seen it, but I didn't ask you why I said it. But for those of you, if you've seen The Mandalorian or not, basically in season 3, this isn't really a spoiler. I'm like 2 or 3 episodes in. In the beginning of the season, he goes to this planet, and then he's underground, basically in this underworld like tunnel cave system. And it's very reminiscent of like old chaotic episodes when they go into the underworld, whether it's like Mount Pillar or just where other underworlders exist. I'm curious if any of you guys have seen The Mandalorian, but it's fun. Like when I was watching it, I was kind of imagining that it's what chaotic, like a live action chaotic, could be like. Because it very much reminded me of like the chaotic episodes where they go into the underworld. So it's pretty cool, and I recommend checking it out if you haven't. Also, Baker, I don't know if you feel this way, but Mandalorian is, in my opinion, probably the most like cinematic and aesthetically beautiful show I've ever seen. Like, say what you will about whether you love the story or not, but like every shot and just like Mando in his costume, whatever, is like so sick, and it's obviously all chrome and reflective, and like, but every shot in that show is so like, it could be, if they sold it as a poster, I would put it on my wall. It's gorgeous. But I don't know if you feel the same way.
Something about these, like, it's so beautiful, and the armor's so catching because it's like these like space Spartans. They're not like cowboys or anything. They're like what old Spartans used to be. They just like grow up in and around war all the time. It's so sick.
Yeah, it's really cool for sure. But yeah, I recommend checking it out if you guys haven't, because it kind of gives you a feel for like what a live action chaotic might be like. But sorry, I'm a little behind on chat. Boomboy said, I'm personally a huge Star Wars fan, so I'm pretty hyped, to be honest, especially if there's anything Boba Fett. Yeah, I think that's the fun of it. Like everyone, a lot of people recognize Star Wars. Obviously, it's very historic, but everyone sort of has their favorite character or species or something like that that they're excited about. Some people like Boba Fett. Like I personally, I love Darth Maul and Darth Vader. I like all the bad guys. I like General Grievous. Like, if you give me a cool enough artwork and the card looks beautiful and it's fun to play with, I'd be very excited to collect Star Wars and kind of learn more about the world, because all I know from it is generally from movies or TV shows, but I would like to dig deeper because I think there is a lot of lore there that could be explored through the trading card game. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it's not too expensive though. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if it's retail relatively the same to other trading card games, I'm sure you could get your hands on some products. I like Star Wars, but I don't want to spend money on a second card game. Owning a cool artwork Darth Vader would be sick, though. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I wouldn't invest like heavy into it, but if I could pick up a pack here or there, that would be cool. But I do understand that like trying to keep up with the meta in a playable TCG could get expensive, so I get that. Burned out on Star Wars, unfortunately, but if it catches my eye, then maybe. I get that. There is a lot of content out there right now. Apog says you can practice with him, Baker. So there you go.
Dude, I'm down. I need a strategy master.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Once we do the next pack opening, you never know. Although Zenith starts to dive into like some Hive stuff, which can get complicated, but you never know. You don't have to run a Hive deck, so we'll see. After seeing that they're coming out with a live action Fallout series, I have faith a live action Chaotic show will eventually come out. I did not know they were making a live action Fallout, but yeah. Chaotic definitely has a lot of potential. it obviously just doesn't have the same name recognition as a lot of these other franchises or games, but it's entirely possible. I've often thought it would be interesting if some studio or some writer kind of learned about Chaotic or remembered it and then chose to adapt it for a movie or a show. It kind of like Chaotic is old enough at this point. It may kind of have a cool intrigue for people to be like, oh, it's adapted after this, old trading card game. But I do think there's a lot to be explored there, especially if they adapted it into a more adult version that was darker and grittier. And then, the advertising to say that it was once a kids trading card game, I think would be an interesting marketing pitch, but we'll see. Obviously I'm a fanboy. There's a ton of lore there to be explored, but yeah. All right, guys. Unless you have anything else, I'm probably going to call it there. I appreciate you hanging out. It's been a ton of fun. I'm definitely tired, but the gameplay was fun. Baker, as always, I appreciate your help, dude. And we will do the MetaZoo pack opening next week, and then the Zenith of the Hive pack opening the week after, and continue the series. So, Baker, any final words?
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, dog. Thanks for being on.
And I can't believe you were a Codemaster this whole time and didn't tell me. So
yeah,
I'll keep your secret.
Oh, the secret's out.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not keeping it. I wasn't going to keep it anyways. That was just me being nice.
Yeah. Baker, I'll be honest with you. While I started our relationship strictly for business purposes, it was a mission I was given from the other Codemasters. There were some fun times. Some of those times were real. I'll say that.
I appreciate that. Like,
Okay.
Like 4?
Well, let's just say some.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. All right. Stay chaotic. That's right, dude. All right, guys. Peace out. Appreciate y'all hanging out, and I'll catch you next week. See ya.